Alright guys, today I'm going to be teaching you my marketing strategy, and the reason why it's so important to have a strategy is so that you know what type of content you need to build to start funneling in your leads. And so I call this the entertain, educate, and execute. But before I dive into that, I first need to explain the 3 different types of audiences that you're gonna have on all of your social media platforms. So you're gonna have a cold audience, a warm audience, and a hot audience. Now, some of you may have already known this, know about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and back up a little bit to explain it for those that don't. So technically, a cold audience is someone that's completely cold to you. They don't know who you are, they don't care to know. So really, there's going to be a different strategy you do for a cold audience. A warm audience is someone who's lukewarm to you. They know what you do for a living, they might have an idea of who you are, but they haven't necessarily bought into your service yet. And so they're considered a warmer lead. And then there's going to be the hot leads. The hot leads are the people that you are going to want to have take some action. So those are the ones where we're going to execute, right? So we're going to want them to book a consultation. They've been following you for a while, they've seen your before and afters, and really it's just a matter of making it really easy for them and reminding them and also asking them to book a consultation or to book a service or an appointment with you. So for a cold audience, our only objective is to entertain them. And the reason why you want to entertain them is because they don't know anything about you. And again, right, people aren't being online to be sold to. And so they're there to be motivated, inspired, educated, informed. And the only way to turn a cold audience, someone who doesn't know you, doesn't care about you, doesn't have any idea what you do for a living. So the only way to turn a cold lead into a warm lead is simply by entertaining them or making them feel something. So for example, when you're on the internet and you're just mindlessly scrolling, the only thing that grabs your attention is maybe a really beautiful photograph, a stunning before and after, or maybe like a cute photo or video or funny video of like animals or babies or whatever it is. It's pure entertainment. And so that's all you want to do for a cold audience is you want to be sure that some of your content is just simply pure entertainment. This is great for dancing. You think about like the Instagram reels that are really popular right now. Anything that has great music, dancing, or even a funny video is going to be geared towards a cold audience. And so for this, you want to have anything funny, inspiring, or like really beautiful, dancing, music. So those are really simple, fast videos or photos to just simply entertain someone. It could even be a positive quote. And the only objective is for them to simply check out your profile and begin to either like it or follow you. Now, once they follow you, that's a warm audience. So a warm audience is all about education. So you want to educate a warm audience. So for a warm audience, that's where we can begin to educate them. We can explain the services that we offer. You can have FAQs, what are the most frequently asked questions about the services that you offer. You can educate them on your sanitary practices, especially with COVID these days. What measures are you taking to protect people? Educating could simply be talking about the healing process. How long does it take for someone to heal? What does that look like? What is it that you do for a living? What does your studio or your office or your spa look like? And so those are all educational content. We got FAQs, before and afters, studio tours, and then the FAQs can be what? Like healing. You could talk about cost, and it can even be more information about you as a professional. So then once they're educated, right, they've been following you for a while, they're liking your stuff, they may even be engaging with you at that point, asking you questions, then finally you want to create content to turn them into a warm lead into a hot lead. And a hot lead is simply reminding people and making it really easy and educating them on how to book. So for hot leads, the objective is to execute, which is essentially buy my stuff. So how do you get someone to execute on taking an action? Is you show them what a consultation process looks like, or why they would need to book a consultation, or maybe you're offering some sort of special, some sort of discount, and so you want them to be able to take action immediately. Spots are limited, only for the first 20. Those are some ideas on how you execute a hot audience. So this is where you can do sales, urgency, right? Time is limited. And book a consult. So with my marketing strategy, when I first started out, is I made sure that I slowly started filling up these 3 tiers. I slowly started creating entertainment videos of me literally dancing in my studio and in a passive way reminding them what I did for a living, but not really selling anything. Some of the best engagement videos I've ever done is simply me just dancing to music wearing scrubs. And so the wearing the scrubs part kind of gives it more of a professional illusion, like I'm still at my studio, but I'm having a lot of fun. It's all personality driven. And so those are all those entertainment videos. And that's really for me to just build brand awareness and get new followers. And then I slowly started accumulating educational content, which is really the easiest. I mean, I think all of us pretty much do that pretty well, which is where you explain before and afters. Maybe you share that client's journey. You do FAQs. Each FAQ could be its one content piece alone. And then from that point, you can even do videos of like how to book a consultation with you. Why is that important? What happens during a consultation? What happens during a session? Walk me through a client journey from them literally walking into your studio, getting a service in, and then walking out completely happy. And so eventually you will have so much content out there that it's really going to be able to feed all 3 of these funnels. But having a strategy is really going to help you think of ideas creatively on what it is that you need to do to make sure that your profiles on all social media networks is going to feed into getting new followers and new leads into your pool of audience, but then also making sure that you warm them up once they get there. Because once they get there, what are you supposed to do? Eventually, or the goal is for them to actually book a service with you. And when you educate them, it also makes you look like an expert in your field. And so it's not just before and afters. I'm explaining you what to expect during the healing process, what those FAQs are, etc. And that positions me as an expert so that when they're actually ready to purchase or buy a service, they're gonna think of you and they're gonna be ready, and you're gonna make it really easy for them on this is how you book a consultation with me, DM me, slots are limited, all of those things. So I really hope that this video was really helpful for you guys. I'll be in the Facebook group doing a ton more coaching on this strategy and really share with you some of those examples of what I've done for entertainment, education, and execution.